Welcome to today's edition of 3 Minutes of Halacha. Today, I want to discuss with you briefly the question of Kiddush, the night of the Seder. On a regular Shabbos, when we make Kiddush, we're fulfilling a biblical obligation. As discussed in the Torah, as a Choret Yom HaShabbat L'Kaddosho, we have to remember Shabbat and we have to sanctify it. And the way we sanctify it is by making a statement of sanctification, either during Mariv or at Kiddush. However, when we make Kiddush on Yom Tov, then that obligation, according to most authorities, is only the Rabbanan, is only of rabbinic in nature. As a result, the amount of wine that we need to drink at Kiddush, when it's on a Friday night, is different than when it's on a weeknight. The Seder, such as this year, falls out on a weeknight. The amount of wine we have to drink is at least the majority of a cup, and according to Rav Moshe, that cup should hold at least 3.3 ounces. So just a little bit more than half of that would be the amount that we have to have for Kiddush. However, when Seder falls on Friday night, then we also have the biblical obligation, and so there's a larger amount of wine, a little bit more than 4 ounces of wine. And again, the amount that we would have to drink at least would be the Rove Kos, the majority of the cup, about 2 plus something ounces. When it comes to the night of the Seder, however, even though Kiddush is only rabbinic in nature, we can't begin the Seder until it's definitively nighttime, Seta Kochavim. Therefore, Kiddush can't be made before 8:15 this year. On the other hand, we don't want to make Kiddush much later than that because it is late as it is, and we want to involve the children. Shelo yishnu atinokot, in the terminology of Chazal, that they shouldn't fall asleep on us. And so we have to find the right kind of balance of making Kiddush as early as possible without making it too late. In that kind of sense, what we do is we sometimes will start with some of the songs that precede Kiddush as early as possible, wait until 8:15 and make the Kiddush. When it comes to making Kiddush at the night of the Seder, there are two different opinions of how to proceed. Some only have the leader of the Seder make Kiddush, and everyone listen in and answer Amen when appropriately, and then everyone drink their cup of wine, Bahaseva, while they're leaning. Others, however, have the opinion that everyone should be making Kiddush together, and for example, as the Rivvot Ephraim notes, they all make Kiddush quietly while the leader of the Seder makes it a little bit louder, and then all drink their wine at the same time. The reason for it may be as simple as the fact that Kiddush is the very first mention we have of the Exodus, and therefore everyone wants to participate in mentioning the Exodus just as everyone wants to participate in reading the Haggadah. Another possibility is that because that evening is the one time where everybody has a full cup of wine in front of them, and as a result of that, they can all make the Kiddush. One interesting side note, however, is regarding women. Women who light Yom Tov candles light so with also making a shechianu. For the rest of us, when we make shechianu, is at the time of Kiddush. If women are going to be listening to their husbands or to another man at the Seder make Kiddush and want to be Yotzei or Yotzot, their obligation at that time, they have to realize that that man is going to be making a brach of shechianu, which may be a hefsek, which actually may break between the time of the Kiddush and the time they drink. And so according to Rav Tzvi Pesach Frank, it would be better for women to make their own Kiddush than to listen to a man make Kiddush and the man have to insert the Shechianu at that time. There is, of course, as around Shabbos, there's also the debate of whether or not you should be standing when you make Kiddush or sitting. And there are, as you can imagine, a number of different opinions from we should stand, just like we do on Shabbat. We should stand and sit in the middle of the time, just like some people do on Shabbat, or we should sit for the entire Kiddush because wine has to be one of those things that we drink bahaseva while leaning. Nevertheless, the most important thing is to follow the traditions of a family because the Seder night is about Masorah, it is about tradition. So whatever your custom is, whether you make Kiddush together, whether you make Kiddush alone, separately, whether you make Kiddush standing or you make Kiddush sitting, follow the customs of your family and transmit them forward to the next generation.